The boy noticed a blood stain on the bed. He guessed it must belong to his sister. His sister was only 11 years old. There was indeed blood on her shorts. The boy feared that trouble was about to come for her, so he secretly pulled her into a restroom. He asked her to take off her underwear so he could wash it clean for her. As he washed it, he kept warning her, "You must not let mom find out about this, because if she does, she'll marry you off right away. That jerk named Assad has already set his sights on you. If you get married at 11, your life will be miserable." After returning the cleaned underwear to his sister, he also took off his own undershirt. He told her to place it between her legs for the time being. Then he stole a pack of sanitary pads and gave them to her. He also warned her not to throw them away at home after using them, so their mother would not discover them. But despite all of that, when the boy came home the next day, he realized something was already wrong. 2 chickens had suddenly appeared in their poverty-stricken home. The boy immediately ran upstairs. He saw Assad and his father visiting their house. His sister was wearing makeup and had been seated beside Assad. The house they rented belonged to Assad's father. His mother told him, "They're discussing next year's rent. It looks like they might lower it. You must not go in there and interrupt them. Otherwise you'll ruin this opportunity." But to the boy, it felt as though his parents were trading away their daughter. That night, before he fell asleep, he heard his parents making noises again. Children were not supposed to hear such things, but the boy had almost gotten used to it. The family did not even own a bed. A single sheet of fabric was all that separated the parents from their many children. The boy felt as though his parents did not treat their children with any dignity. He believed it was only a matter of time before his sister was taken away, so he secretly made up his mind to run away with her. The next morning, he grabbed a large plastic bag. He quietly packed clothes for both himself and his sister. He also took out his small savings. After whispering a greeting to his sister, he pretended to be taking out the trash and headed to the bus station. The boy asked the driver, "If my sister sits on my lap, can I buy just 1 ticket?" The driver nodded in agreement. The boy immediately rushed back home to get his sister. But as soon as he went upstairs, he discovered that his mother was already preparing to send her away. His mother shouted, "If you dare come back, you'll regret it." The boy instantly realized that his mother was sending his sister to Assad. His terrified sister ran over and hugged him, begging for help. But the small boy was no match for his mother's strength. His mother pushed his sister downstairs while slapping him. Eventually, she set down the child she was carrying, grabbed the boy by the hair, and forced him to the ground. His ears rang from the blows. Yet he still tried desperately to stop her. Just then, his father rushed upstairs. He lifted the sister onto his shoulders and carried her downstairs. At the bottom of the stairs, their mother forced her onto a motorcycle. The boy's small body could not stop his father. Just like that, his sister was taken away by their parents and handed over to the landlord. No matter how desperately he struggled, he could not stop what was happening. That moment left him completely disillusioned with his family. He left amid his mother's angry shouting. Alone, he boarded a bus. He had no specific destination. He simply traveled until he felt he was far enough from home. Eventually, he arrived at an amusement park. The amusement park was completely empty. It seemed that very few parents brought their children there anymore. The boy felt that the whole world was terrible, so he decided to make it look even worse. Using all his strength, he pulled the clothes off a female statue. The ridiculous sight made a restaurant worker burst into laughter. Moments later, the boy ran over and asked the woman, "Are you hiring workers here?" The woman was kind. Feeling sorry for him, she gave him something to eat. Afterward, the boy continued looking for work nearby, but he was far too young, and no one would hire him. The woman eventually took pity on him. She was a single mother herself. There was no one to watch her child. She often had to secretly bring the child to work and hide him. When feeding him, she would hide in the restroom. After work, she would place him in a bag and take him home. The woman felt that the boy might be able to help her, so she brought him home. Her home was a rented shack made of corrugated metal. For the first time in a long while, the boy finally had a full meal. The woman even helped bathe both him and the child. The next morning, she used a breast pump to prepare enough milk for the baby's day. That way, when she went to work, she could leave the child in the boy's care. Every time she left home, she would draw a mole on her face. The woman on her ID card had a mole. Ever since she entered the country illegally, she had been saving money. She hoped to gather $1,500 as soon as possible. Then she could obtain a fake ID through a forger. But the forger was actually more interested in her son. He told her, "If you give me the child, I'll arrange the documents for free. Your child has never had a normal life from the beginning. Why make him live such a difficult life? Your boyfriend is a local, but he doesn't want to marry you. You might as well let me take the child." Meanwhile, back at the shack, the boy cared for the baby with great dedication. He fed him on time every day. He played with him and let him listen to music. Later, the boy came up with another idea. He used a mirror to reflect a neighbor's television screen so the baby could watch cartoons. The reflected cartoons had no sound, but the boy happily provided the voices himself.
Ella ko sharmuta la hala kulier.
The expiration date on the woman's ID was getting closer. She needed a replacement as soon as possible, but she still had not saved enough money, so she asked her boss for an advance on her pay. Her boss refused. With no other choice, she tried borrowing money from her coworkers, but no one was willing to help. Out of options, she went to see the baby's father, but the man said he had no money either. Finally, she said, "If you can't help, that's fine. Would you at least like to see a photo of your child?" To her surprise, the man walked away without even turning around. With nowhere else to turn, the woman began looking for any way she could to earn money. She first sold her hair, then she carefully dressed up and left home alone, but not long afterward she was arrested. The police discovered that she was using a fake ID. She was then sent to prison. The boy still had no idea what had happened. After the woman failed to return for an entire day and night, he set out to look for her. Because he had heard about the forger before, he went to find him first. The forger did not know where the woman was, but he was very eager to get custody of the child. So he brought food to win the boy over. At least that meal filled the boy's stomach. But after that, he had no idea where the next meal would come from. To keep the baby fed, he even stole a baby bottle from another family's child. He also collected dead fish from the market and roasted them to eat. When there was nothing left to eat, he even fed the child ice mixed with sugar. But a few days later, the boy had completely run out of options. Even the water supply to the shack had been cut off. He placed the child inside a large pot and pulled him through the streets while collecting recyclables. While wandering around, the boy met a Syrian girl named Marin. Marin sold flowers on the street. She proudly said that she would soon be heading to Sweden. Her father had told her that they would have a home there. Marin might even have a room of her own. She was excited about leaving Lebanon. She even taught the boy a few words in Syrian Arabic. She told him, "You can get food from a local aid center that helps Syrians." But only a few days later, another terrible thing happened. When the boy returned home once again, he discovered that the shack had a new lock on the door. Because the rent had not been paid, the landlord had thrown all of their belongings outside. This time the boy felt completely hopeless. He could survive by collecting trash, and he could even beg while caring for the child. But without a home, he truly could not guarantee that both of them would survive.